Welcome squad to this 15-minute stretching session. I've got Kaylee here with me today, give everybody a wave. So today's going to be, as I said, 15-minute session. It's going to be nice and easy, there's no crazy stretches. This is going to be ideal for after a workout, or maybe you're just a little bit stiff and fancy a little bit of a stretch out. We're going to kind of cover the whole body, start a little bit higher up but work our way down throughout the 15 minutes. As I said, all stretches are going to be really easy. We'll be holding everything between 30 seconds and a minute. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So I'll start the 15-minute timer now. And the first stretch we're going to do is we're going to come up onto the toes in a sort of sitting position. So sit back on your legs as best you can. If that's a struggle, pop down onto the flats of your feet. And then all we're doing is putting the right hand over to the side of the the right hand over to the left side of your head and pull your head down to the right nice and gently, okay? And just keep your left hand down by the side. Should feel it stretching the trapezius, which is just here, a muscle on the side of your neck. This can get quite tight if we're sitting for a long period throughout the day. It's about another 15 seconds and we're going to swap sides. And over the sort of 30 seconds we're going to do all these stretches, just relax into it nice and gently. If you can ease into it a little bit more over the 30 seconds and stretch a little bit further, feel free to do so. So we're going to change sides now. So right arm down by the side, left arm over to the right side of the head. And just pull the shoulder back and down. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just relax there, just shake your shoulders out. The next one we're going to do is just to stretch the back and shoulders. So this is a version of child's pose, and then we're going to move into what they call child's pose. So we're going to start with our hands out in front of us, hips over the knees. Hands out in front, we're going to push the armpits and shoulders through to the floor and push the head through the hands as well. Going to hold this again for 30 seconds. And again, ease into it over the 30 seconds too. Try and arch the upper back, pushing the chest towards the floor. Then we're going to slowly move back into child's pose, so then just sit back onto your heels now. Open your legs if you need to sit back 3. And again, hold this for around 30 seconds. Just relax into it. Just deep breaths in and out. Nice and relaxed. And relax there. So just come up into a sitting position now. All we're going to do is we're going to pop our left legs out first. So left leg out, right leg back. Try and get both knees to about 90 degrees. And then all we're going to do, squeeze the bum, squeeze the abs, just push the hips forward. And then hopefully we should feel it on the front of this back leg. So stretching out the hip flexor. Again, if we're sitting down for a long time throughout the day, the hip flexor is going to get really tight. So this is a really good one to stretch it out. So again, just over 30 seconds on this one. The key to this one is imagine your hips are a bucket of water. You want to keep the bucket level. So you don't want to arch your lower back and push forwards too much. Just keep nice and upright. Squeeze your bum and squeeze your abs to push your hips level. That'll increase the stretch on the front of your hip, on the hip flexor. If you want to make it a little bit more intense, you can also come up onto your toes on the back leg as well. 10 seconds left and we'll swap over. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. So we're going to change over exactly the same, just on the other side now. Again, push the hips forward, squeezing the bum, squeezing the abs. Try and keep this hips level. I like to put my hands on my hips so you can kind of feel. Feel free just to pulse into it, try and feel the stretch on that back leg. Another 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. So we're going to keep this right leg out, but all we're going to do now is shuffle ourselves backwards and sit on our back foot. So you can come up onto your toes or just flat foot, whichever's easiest for you. You're going to keep the front leg straight, chest up nice and high, and just bend down to this front leg. We should feel it hopefully on the hamstring at the front. If you feel it more in the calf, then point your toes away from yourself. Keep this knee straight, back nice and tall, chest up nice and high, try not to arch over, and just reach as far as you can. And again, 30 seconds, just ease into it over the 30 seconds. And again, hamstrings will get really tight if we're sat for a lot of the time. So our leg's usually sort of in a flexed position, so the hamstring helps flex the leg, so it will get really tight if we're just sat for a long time. So it's always good to stretch them out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and same again just on the other leg now. So sit on your right leg, left leg out. Again, chest up nice and high, back straight. And again, play with how the position the foot's in. If you feel it more in the calf than the hamstring. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good stuff. So we're going to keep this leg forward now, but we're going to come into a deep lunge. So push your right leg back as far as you can manage. We're going to keep this left leg forward. Again, you might not be able to go too low on this, but just go as low as you can. And we're going to try and drop the elbows to the floor, okay? So feel free to move the foot out a little bit or in, wherever's best for you. Even if you can just get to here, that's fine. Support yourself with your hands, but if you can, try and get your elbows to the floor as far as possible. Just kind of move in and out. We're working this left hip. Should feel a nice deep stretch in this left hip. And again, 30 seconds, but just kind of move your hips in and out if you need to, trying to feel where it's tight inside the hip. Nearly there, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Then all we're going to do now is just come up a little bit, but keep this leg forward. And instead of trying to drop our hands to the floor, all we're going to do is kind of put our chest on this knee as far as you're able. Bring this foot back a little bit, and we're just trying to keep the heel down on this front foot, but push the knee over the foot as far as possible, and just stretch out the calf a little bit and the Achilles now as well. So support with the hands. Just push the knee as far forward as you can. Most important thing is the heel stays flat on the floor. So you should feel this one in the hip as well as the ankle a little bit too. Again, just let the back leg do its thing. Just working the front leg at the moment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. So change legs now. So we're going to go right leg forward, and we're just going to do exactly the same as we did before. So right leg out. We're going to try and get the elbows to the floor. And again, work in and out of the hip. Try and find any sore spots or tight spots. Drop as low as you can, even if that's just here, that's fine. Drop as low as you can manage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're just going to come up again, chest just over the leg, pushing the knee as far forward over the toes as you can. And again, trying to feel it in the ankle and probably in the hip a little bit as well. Support yourselves with the hands. Stretch out the Achilles, the calf, everything around the ankle. And 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. So we're going to keep the right leg forward. We're going to come into the pigeon stretch now. So we're going to drop this right leg down onto the floor. If you can at a right angle, if not, don't worry. Feel free to bring the foot in closer to the hips. We're just letting this back leg trail out. It doesn't matter if it's at 90 degrees or if you can get the back leg fully straight, wherever's most comfortable for you. But get this front leg supported on the floor. And then we're just trying to push ourselves forward as far as we can. We should feel it stretching deep again in the right hip. And if you're more advanced, you can bring the leg out to more of a right angle. If not, bring the leg back in a little bit, and then you can bend the back leg if you need to. So this is more of an easier version, or back leg straight, twist the hips around for more of an advanced one. And just lean over this front leg as far as you can. 15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exactly the same, just change sides now. So left leg forward, right leg back. Again, back leg as straight as you can. If you need to have it bent, that's fine. And then just try and twist the body so it's straight on and bending forward as far as we can. Support yourselves on the arms or on the elbows. Fifteen seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. So we're going to come into a sitting position again. Our back, just sitting down on our bums. We're going to pull our feet together. So we're going to go for the hip adductors, so the inside of the thighs now. So we're going to pull our feet as far in as we can. Feel free to support your back on something if you need to help you sit upright. But feet as far in as you can. Grab the feet with your hands and then push your elbows into your legs if you can manage it, and just trying to push the knees as far down to the floor as we can. And again, over the 30 seconds, just see if you can push down that a little bit further. Try and sit nice and tall and support your back on a chair if you need to. This one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. So final stretch now, final minute. We're just going to work on sort of the internal rotators of the leg, so the muscles that kind of pull the leg outwards or internally rotate the leg. So we're going to come into a 90-90 position, so 90 degrees with the front leg, 90 degrees with the back leg, and hips at 90 degrees as well. And then all we're trying to do is use your hands to push or help support you. We're trying to get our chest and shoulders over to this back knee here. So twist round and then push towards this back knee. Hopefully you should feel it down the outside and inside of this back leg here. Pushing as far as we can. Stretching out the inside of this back leg. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Then we're just going to change over now. So swap legs around. Then we're going to do exactly the same. Oh, be quiet. It's 15 minutes over. Just finish off. So twist around to this back leg. Push as far across as we can. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Well done guys, good work. Hopefully you feel a little bit more limber after that. Let me know down in the comments if there's any stretches you want to see in future videos. We kind of covered a lot of different areas today, but if there's any areas that you have that are specifically tight, also let us know down in the comments below. But other than that, subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye guys.